Hello. I'm calling back. I'm calling back. I'm gonna call you back. Say hi. You online?
You're gonna go live at 3 minutes.
She said we live.
You're live.
Okay, greeting, family. We are live. Welcome to another episode of Eat Well, Live Well with yours truly, Dr. Jamal Moncur.
Hi, Mr. Moncur. Can you remove your phone from the speaker?
Right. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're ready. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, good afternoon, family, wherever you are tuning into the stream. Welcome to another episode of Live Well, Eat Well with yours truly, Dr. Jamal Moncur from New Life Natural Vegetation Health Food Limited, situated here in the lovely Bahamas. I want to say thank you to ALIV for affording me and my company the opportunity to present and to contribute to the wellness and the health of the Bahamas as we seek to stem the progression of non-communicable disease and chronic illnesses that is plaguing the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and the world at large. I just want to say thank you. So, here we go. Diabetes is the subject today. We're going to be talking about how to eat well, to control, to manage, to reverse the diabetic condition. Again, let me just reintroduce myself, Dr. Jamal Moncur. I am the founder, co-founder of New Life Natural. I'm also a herbalist, master herbalist, a certified nutrition, and we specialize in maintenance and prevention of disease by strengthening the immune system and the functionality of the body through food and healthy lifestyle. So here we go. Welcome to video testimony.
And all I can say is give me a shout and I'll tell you my experience.
Thank you.
My name is Larry Aubrey. I'm a long time, almost 2 years now, New Life, and it's made a new impression on my life. I'm 65 pounds less, and people come up to me constantly and say, where is the healing water? They say I look younger and all that, and I just keep saying, all I'm doing is taking New Life products and exercising and eating the right things. And now I was diabetic, type 2 diabetes. I had blood pressure, cholesterol for over 8 years. And now I've been to 2 doctors, one in the Bahamas and one in the States. They have no trace of diabetes in my blood. I have not taken any pharmaceutical drugs in 5 months now. So it's going on and it's great. Come on and experience New Life for your own self.
What products do you take?
I take the healing tonics. I take the blueberry, and also done the male tonic, and I did the flush, the cleansing. I did that 2 times in a row. It made my body feel better. I'm a lot lighter. I'm going to be 52 this year, and I'm doing circles around 25-year-olds. So it's a lot of inspiration in yourself. You feel better, and you have a lot of energy.
What about sea moss?
And sea moss, I take capsules of that every morning and also make the shakes. When I first started this all 2 years ago, the sea moss was a great inspiration because I never felt hungry and I always was full, and I think it helped me a lot as well.
Awesome.
There's
Thank
a
you.
lot of products here. Please come and experience it yourself, and all I can say is give me a shout and I'll tell you my experience.
Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Larry Aubrey out of Grand Bahama, and he has benefited with the healthy lifestyle, eating right. It's not just taking products; it's an holistic approach. And so we're going to get started, ladies and gentlemen. So, what you need to know, we promote at New Life seasonal dishes. We don't need to get caught up. A lot of people say eating healthy is expensive and it's frustrating, but all of us in the Bahamas, for those of you in the Bahamas tuning into me, all of us are familiar with seasonal dishes, wild uh, vegetation, and if we those of us that are not familiar, we need to familiarize or re-familiarize ourselves with natural vegetation because those natural native seasonal vegetation tends to have more antioxidants, more fiber, more nutritional content, and the molecular structure is complete. There's no pesticides, no herbicides, and it's going to nourish the body in the foundation of prevention of disease. And so, by eating a more plant-based diet and starting back gardens, people not only improve their health by limiting the amount of harmful chemicals they consume through conventionally grown store-bought produce, but are also getting more exercise through the process of gardening as a physical activity. The act of pulling weeds, planting, and digging can burn calories and assist as a form of therapy, reducing stress level. I mean, and it can also, and this is according to Burke publication, but it can also give you the vitamin D in the sun while you're sweating. It is also burning fat and burning calories. So, the importance of a plant-based diet for diabetes: you get more chlorophyll, you get more magnesium, hemoglobin is built up through those dark leafy greens, especially like the wild crop, the wild vegetation that grows seasonal. You are getting all of the components like the plant that is rich in chromium because we find that diabetic patients, they have the pancreas is compromised, which requires a lot of chromium. And so you naturally get chromium from these plants, these dark leafy greens, vegetables. It's very, very critical. Um, and so using greens in your diet, like the shepherd needle is, the horse eat the shepherd needle. Ain't much of us are strong as a horse, but at New Life Natural, what we do is we take the shepherd needle, the same shepherd needle that grows in your backyard. That is a nuisance. That is a weed. You can take that and you can crush that, and you can beat the leaves and you can make a delicious. Put it in the blender with some water. Add a dash of volcanic. Look it up. We have it at New Life. It has a very low glycemic index, and it tends not to spike the sugar level. And you don't even have to put sugar in it. You can put lime, you can put some ginger, and you can put some water, and you put that in the blender, and you mix that, and you drink that shepherd needle, and that give you a boost of energy. And you can do it with the other wild vegetation, but get used to using dark leafy greens as a diabetic because it's not going to spike your sugar, but at the same time, it's going to strengthen the pancreas. It's going to strengthen the liver function, the digestive function, which can assist you in the reversal of diabetes and managing your levels. That is at a manageable level. So a lot of us, we hear about wild plants, but a lot of us cannot identify those plants. And I think we should spend as a hobby, we should make it our business to get reacquainted or learn how to identify these plants that we call weeds, because these are the plants that can ultimately save our lives. And it's cheaper because you don't have to, like for instance, the wild spinach to the right of the screen. You don't have to go to the food store and spend a bunch of money on spinach if you know how to identify the spinach that grows right in your yard. That is, you dig up as weed. It's free of charge, so you save money. Plus, the nutritional content, toe to toe, buck for buck, is much, much higher in the wild plant than the spinach that has been imported. And I always say if it's imported, it's not important. And so if the spinach that has chemicals, pesticides, it's been freezer burned, whatnot, it may be organic, but it's not the same as something that you get out the wild. Same as the blue vervain. The plant in the middle is called blue vervain. It is high in magnesium, it is high in zinc, it is high in iron, and you can use the entire plant. And you can identify this plant because it has a long rat tail and it has some purple flower. In the Bahamas, we call it purple flower. And you can chew the leaves up raw. You can eat the purple flower raw. You can steep the roots. You can blend that up with the shepherd needle and the wild spinach, and you can make a wonderful juice. So the wild spinach, the blue vervain, and the shepherd needle, you can blend them together and create a powerful, powerful infusion, and that will actually help to regulate your sugar level if you have high diabetes level, and it will put some bitter in the blood and energize the system, strengthen the pancreas, strengthen the digestive system, and give you a fighting chance so that you can wean off your medication. The idea is to not be able to take medication for the rest of your life, contrary to what you've been taught or told that, oh, you have to be taking medicine all your life. I've seen many people, along with their doctor, wean and come off their medication over the years. It can be done. So there's hope today. And then we have the wild purslane on the island growing up. We used to give the wild hog, the purslane. Those of you that from the island, you know what I'm talking about. But the purslane is also um, family of the spinach. It's in the spinach family. And you can find that wild. If you see that, if you look at it carefully, you may identify that. And by the way, all of these are plants that we pick ourselves. These are the plants, not of the internet. These are plants that we pick that grows right here in the Bahamas. And to the left, to the right of my screen, to the left of your screen, you will see the callaloo. And the callaloo is a wild plant that is rich in magnesium. And the callaloo has a little pod with a lot of seeds on it, a lot of seeds on the top. And we call that amaranth. And amaranth is the most nutritious grain on the planet. It is heavily laden in protein. It has a lot of fiber. It has natural iron, not iron that constipates you like trihemic. It has a natural iron, not ferrous sulfate. Okay, and so it's really good for the blood, really good for building the blood up, really good for reducing the diabetic levels, especially high levels of diabetes, strengthening the digestive system, strengthening the blood function, strengthening the kidney function. The callaloo is a plant that is highly, highly nutritious. Because when we talk about diabetes, we are talking about a malnourished, malnutritious state that starts in the gut, inefficient or imbalance in the gut system, the gut biology. So let's look at the best food for diabetics. Dark leafy greens. The best food that you can consume as a diabetic is dark green food. We talk about wild food that comes from the wild. If you can consume food that comes directly from the forest, from nature, you do your shopping in nature. The green juice, raw zucchini. You can take avocado and do guacamole. You don't need no sugar. You can do a salad, like a kale salad, and you could put your wild spinach, the wild dandelion. But always remember, a lot of green. The more dark leafy greens, like I said, shepherd needle. We use the wild cactus that grows wild here in the Bahamas. We call it prickle pear. So the wild cactus, you can use the shepherd needle, the callaloo, the life leaf. And these, like I said, a lot of you say, man, I don't know what these stuff is. A lot of these stuff grows right in your yard as weed. So we need to learn to speak to the elders, speak to the gardener, and we need to learn these crops. The papaya leaf, the mango leaf, the soursop leaf. You can blend these up in the blender. You can make teas with them. And they are naturally going to help to improve your diabetic condition. The worst food that you can consume as a diabetic, pancakes and syrup, because pancake, moreover, is made from white flour. White flour has been denatured, degummed, and all of the nutritional content, the fiber, the essential fatty acids, and all the protein has been, the carbs, the healthy complex carbs, has been taken out, drawn out of it. So it's only remnants of its former glory. So when you consume that, the starch turns into sugar, and it puts strain on the pancreas, and it spikes your sugar level. And syrup is high fructose corn syrup, and it's going to further damage the system. So you don't need that artificial in your body. Soda is just sugar water, I call it. Carbonated sugar water. And as you know, sugar has a plethora of negative, soda have a plethora of negative side effects. There's so many, it'll take a whole show just to talk about the side effect of all these sweet sodas, up to 44 grams of sugar. So really, you're adding gasoline to the fire by consuming soda. So stay away from flour and all of those starches. Stay away from sodas. French fries has a lot of, it's like boiling the potato in fat. So literally, the fat itself has been degummed, deodorized, denatured, and it's been refined under high temperature. So the fat itself has a lot of antioxidants and all of the vitamin E, all of the essential fatty acids, and all of the nutrients that makes the oil, the seed oil, the nut oil, that makes it whole. It has been extracted. And so when you consume French fries, which has been deep fried in this toxic oil, it leads to atherosclerosis or clogged arteries, and you are consuming a fat that will clog up because it has saturated. The fat now has become saturated or trans fat, which means that it can cause issue or it can clog itself up at room temperature. And you don't want to consume that type of fat into your system on a sustained period of time. So this is what causes issues in your digestive system that exacerbate your diabetic condition. Also, the bacon has been burnt, so you're consuming charcoal in denatured fat, which is going to put strain on the pancreas, the liver, and the digestive system. Canned fruit has been loaded with sugar. Milk will give you diabetes for sure. And if you are diabetic, you definitely will not be healed from the diabetes situation because of the lactic acid and all the mucus that the milk is going to do by cementing your inside. Fast food and all of these burgers is going to wreak havoc on your digestive system. It's going to clog up the arteries and definitely it's going to spike your sugar level. Ketchup is just sugar. It's loaded with sugar. And so we have to learn how to take the natural tomatoes and create a natural form of sauce that we do at New Life at our deli, where we make our own sauce with the agave, the wild onion. We make a nice, delicious, mild, bland sauce that's not going to spike the sugar. Potato chips is made with trans fat. Again, it is boiled and made from fat that has a product that basically have no potatoes in it, and it's just been boiled in this denatured, antioxidant devoid uh, oil that is basically going to cause free radical to wreak havoc in the body, which is going to lead to cancer, and it's also going to cause atherosclerosis and diabetic conditions. So these fast food, they may be fast to prepare, fast to eat, but they also cause degeneration, meaning they cut down our lifespan and they decrease our quality of life and increase the mortality rate and the sickness. So definitely stay away from those food. So electric cell food, good food, would be food like the wild rice, the quinoa. These are food that you can learn. The kamut, you can learn to cook these food. Uh, you cook kamut the same way you cook grits. You cook quinoa the same way you cook grits. You cook wild rice the same way you cook regular rice. The only difference is the nutritional content is intact. It's loaded with fiber, which is going to help to stimulate our digestive tract, our excretory system, and give us an efficient bowel system. And this is very important. The wild rice also contain iron. It has all of the nutrients that fights the diabetic system, that brings the sugar level down. The quinoa gives you protein, it gives you iron, it gives you magnesium, it gives you calcium, it strengthens your body. The food is the medicine, and the medicine is the food. So acquaint yourself with these wonderful superfood, these super grain. And this is how you fight diabetes, by fortifying your body, eating the food that is going to heal your body. Stay away from acid-based food like white rice, white sugar, white flour, because these food contain no nutritional content. They have been refined and processed to remove the fiber, to remove the husk, to remove all of the antioxidants, the phytonutrients that helps to fight cancer, that boosts our immune system, that give us a fighting chance. Again, the food is the medicine. So get acquainted with super grains, super food, not processed food. Engage the farmers market. So let's talk about some of the things that we can do to combat diabetes, to strengthen our immune system, to lead a healthy life. The sixth best doctor. I like this theory. I like this philosophy of looking at these things as natural doctors. Fresh air. Fresh air helps the airways of your lungs to dilate more fully and improves the cleansing action of your lungs. When you exhale and breathe out through your lungs, you release airborne toxins from your body. Drinking water, fresh water. Drinking water helps maintain the balance of body fluid. Water helps your kidneys. Water helps maintain normal body function, bowel functions. A lot of persons are constipated. We give them water. and they free up their system. They're dehydrated, they free up their system. So drink water instead of juice and a lot of sugary drinks. Sunlight. Sunlight may help prevent cancer. Sunlight is beneficial for Alzheimer's patients. Sunlight may lower the risk for multiple sclerosis. Sunlight helps heal psoriasis. Sunlight can ease mild depression and contribute to bone health in older adults. Sunlight can improve sleep quality. Isn't that amazing? All of us in air conditioning all day, and we barely see the sun. We lack vitamin D, good source of vitamin D. Rest. Rest assists in improving memory, maintaining a balanced weight, healthy functional heart, and reduces stress. Exercise. Exercise is considered to have the following strength. It strengthens the muscles that involve in respiration. Exercise that facilitate the flow of air in and out of the lungs. It strengthens and enlarge the heart muscles. A good diet. The African biomineral balance, which simply means to eat wild food, native foods, natural food that has not been tampered with. That's all that's saying. It merely uh, identifies the food, the causes, not merely the symptoms of disease. The cause of disease is mucus. We find that disease will manifest in the body where mucus accumulate. This is why it is necessary for the body to be cleansed as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 6 doctors. So when we talk about cleansing, I want to just touch on 3 of the products. You heard the gentleman talk about losing 65 pounds. And most persons that are diabetic, we find that they are obese or overweight. Not all, but majority of them. And you're more at risk for diabetes when you are obese or overweight. And so we have on the screen the New Life products. The first product is called chelation. And the chelation, otherwise known as liquid plumber, aka black gold, and this stuff will clean you out. It's not a laxative merely. It goes deep into the cells and it deobstruct and it take poisons and goo and bioaccumulation, all the sugar in the blood, all the stuff that's spiking your sugar, all of that toxins that is lingering, the residual, is going to take all that stuff out of your body. So make sure check the New Life Natural and inquire about how you can get some chelation tonic. Also, the sea moss that the gentleman talked about in his testimony, the sea moss is very good because the sea moss has natural carrageen, natural, intact in the whole form, which is safe. And this carrageen, what it does is it fills you up and it makes you feel full. But also the sea moss has all of these wonderful minerals, calcium, zinc, iron, magnesium, and vitamin D. It has all of these wonderful minerals and vitamins that strengthens and renovates the body. And so all day it kills your appetite because it feeds you a tsunami of minerals. Also, it removes dead cells out of the body. It removes fluid. It burns fat. It strengthens the thyroid because it has a lot of iodine as a mineral in it, natural iodine. And so it strengthens the function of your endocrine system, inclusive of your thyroid gland, which deals with metabolism, which deals with weight loss, sleep, and many, many other functions. So the sea moss should be a staple. It should be something that you put into your smoothies. You can cook with it. You can put it in your ginger tea in the morning. It prevents gas, but it starts you off on your day. Every morning I have a nice cup of sea moss for 13 years. We have many people in the Bahamas been drinking sea moss, and it's part of their daily routine. So I want to invite you to inquire about the sea moss to help to reduce the symptoms related with diabetes and to help to strengthen your body to fight against diabetes. It's one of the arsenal that you can use naturally to take yourself off those medication. You don't have to be dependent on meds all of your life, contrary to what you've been taught. You don't have to. The other one is the healing tonic. The healing tonic strengthens the function of your liver. It strengthens the digestive system. It improves circulation by oxygenating the blood. And so doing, it reduces, very bitter, it reduces very, very quickly your blood sugar level. Also, there's another product high in chromium called the bilberry raspberry tonic. Bilberry is good for diabetic neuropathy. That's when you have the tingling sensation in your extremities, your toes feel tingling and numbness, your eyes start to go weary. Bilberry is good for the eyes related to diabetes. It also will bring your sugar level down very, very fast. high in chromium. Bilberry tonic is one of the most potent arsenal that we've been using for 13 years at New Life Natural with very, very good results, including the gentleman that testified in the beginning of this video, in bringing your sugar levels down. So if you do a detox, a systematic toxification, remove the poison, the residual of the system, all of the sugar that's built up in the body, take the sea moss, it's a light diuretic, it's going to flush out fluid out of the system, it's going to burn the fat, it's going to strengthen the endocrine system, strengthen the thyroid, it's going to kill that appetite, that craving, it's going to strengthen the body, it renovates the body. And then the healing tonic that strengthens the liver function, strengthen your digestive function. And then you have the recipe for success. And you just add the sixth doctor, the exercise. This is the bilberry tonic, by the way, on the screen. The bilberry tonic for the diabetes. And then we have the nerve tonic to address the damaged nerve, sleep, pain. It's heavily laden in magnesium. And that same plant that I talk about with the long rat tail, the blue vein, that is one of the active ingredients right here in the Bahamas, this special nerve tonic. It's a really great tonic. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We have a few minutes. I want to take a few questions. So we have about 5 minutes. Yes, we can take a few questions. So is there a weight you should be at? Yes, your weight should be consistent with your height. But if you consume the right food, if you exercise, and you eat the food that is consistent with, the way how you live your life in the natural way, your body will naturally have the weight. So you don't have to worry about going on scale every day if you consume the right food that help maintain healthy, healthy chemical level and hormonal level, because the wrong food can throw your hormones off, your chemical hormones, your stress hormones, and all these stuff. All of these have impact on your diabetic level, and exercise is definitely important. So thank you guys for the love. I'm a Bahamian chef. I know about healthy food. Give us an email. You can email us. I'll put the email in the group. You can email us at New Life. You can give us a call at 323. I'll put the number in there. 323-6080 or 1. And by the way, we are located in the East Street Independence Business Park. We are also located fresh in the Old Fort Bay at the Old Town Center Plaza. We are there. But you can email us if you're interested in doing a consultation for your diabetic situation. We do offer consultation where we put together programs based on your situation. So it's Bush Medicine Man at bushmedicineman@gmail.com. You can send us an email. I just type it out there. You can send us an email if you're interested in doing a consultation, if you want more information, if you have an additional question. A lot of pollution going on. Yes, there's a lot of pollution going on. And the pollution is ultimately also impacting our food. So even us growing crops, it has impact on that. But you can't be perfect. And the wild crops has the mechanism, to counteract the negative. So if I had to choose eating wild crops or eating food that has been grown locally, I would choose that any day over food that has been imported, any day. It's okay. So, and that is why the sea moss is playing a critical role, because the Bahamian water is the most pristine, pure water, unlike those other water that has so much pollution. And so the fact that we are using sea moss as a therapeutic product to combat diseases is very telling, and it's very powerful, because now we are seeing people being healed by a plant that comes from the ocean that is protected from pollution. So consider that. All right, we have another question. At least in the sea, I don't know about the islands. Yeah, it's a balance. Like I said, there's people on the islands that farm. We need to engage those people that farm on the islands. Do we have more questions? How about bush tea? Okay, bush tea. At New Life, we have the Cat Island tonic, which contains strong bark. It has herbs all the way from Cat Island. But all of us have access to bush tea. We have pear leaf. We have soursop leaf. We have sugar apple leaf. We have dilly leaf. We have mango leaf. We have shepherd needle, we have galowin, we have canep. All of these fruits, when they are out of season, you can use the leaves for tea, and you have assorted teas, assorted. You have all these different trees that you can use, and so I grew up on these teas, and so we need to start doing these again. Moringa, yes, moringa. Miss Gibbs, yes, moringa is good. Uh, Thank you, Miss Poitier. Thank you so much. Do we have more questions? We have about 3 more minutes. Do we have more questions? Okay, so while we wait to see if any other questions come through, I just want to say that diabetes is reversible. I've seen persons with diabetes for 30 years, 27 years, 15 years, 20 years, taking medication, going blind, about to get legs amputated, completely reversed to the point where they no longer need medication. But it takes discipline. You have to make a decision that you're going to cut out those fast food, those food that's going to have a deleterious effect on your health. You have to inoculate yourself with the information, the truth, so that you can know what you need to do to combat this crisis that we have in the Bahamas. Because diabetes is a crisis, is an epidemic in the Bahamas, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because of the food that we consume and the fast food, the fried goods, these stuff are not leading only to diabetes, but it's also leading to hypertension. And ladies and gentlemen, next week we will have a show on hypertension, which they call the silent killer. And so stay tuned here for another informative show on hypertension. Uh, I've had 2 eye operation. Yes, so give us an email and let's talk. Let's talk and do a consultation. And if you want to get off those medication, if you want to take back your health and take control of your health, there is a way to do it. But I just later you can watch the video back and you can see how we've detailed ways you can take your health in control of yourself by yourself, and you can begin the process of reversing your diabetic condition through food. Let the food be the medicine, and let the medicine be your food. The Bible said that the herbs is for the healing of the nation. Again, I want to thank you, ALIV, for giving us this opportunity and being such a community leader as a corporate citizen, to helping us to convey this message and to help Bohemian in the fight against various diseases. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys next week. I think that's the 20th. Same time, same place. Peace and love.